All right, guys. If you this is my first time doing a review, I would really appreciate it if you guys can like, comment, uh, subscribe, turn on notification bell because I will be doing some more of these. This is my first one. Hopefully, it works out. And I know that the mic probably ain't that well. I'm just trying to get this out as fast as I can because I believe I'm one of the first people that have seen The Mandalorian, and it is great. It's great, guys. Um, so I'm going to give you the best details that I can throughout this, and so the Mandalorian walks in and sees a bunch of other bounty hunters trying to get this one guy that's wanted. We have yet to know what for. One of the bounty hunters is getting all pissy and yelling about how he got his drink spilled. Then the Mandalorian takes out the other bounty hunters, and that's the scene that you see in the trailer where he grabs the guy and pulls him through the door and closes it, chops him in half. So the Mandalorian goes up to the guy that we see those other bounty hunters trying to capture, and he puts a little, it's called a bounty puck. He puts it on the table, turns it on, and the other guy's like, well, is that a bounty puck? And it turns out that he's the guy that they're looking for. We have yet to learn anyone's names, but, then we get to look at a couple of different speeders. They got like a brand new one. Then they got another model. These models are different from the one that Luke had. These ones have more than one engine on them. This whole first part of the show right here is taking place on what looks to be like a icy planet. Meanwhile, they go ahead and take the speeder over to their ship, and some guy goes and drops them off by their ship, and then the guy goes to leave, and then there's a sort of a creature underneath the ice that takes out the guy in the speeder, and then tries to take down the Mandalorian and his bounty. Like I said, we have yet to know their names, but now they're being attacked by some sort of a under ice monster of some sort. So like in any Star Wars movie, the main stars get away. They're main stars right now because the show just started. So then they're flying through space, and the bounty, he's going downstairs. I guess he said he had to go to the bathroom, and he's going through the ship trying to look for, just looking at all the different stuff. And it shows like guns and bounties frozen in carbonite that's being carried on the ship. All sorts of different bounties on there. I guess that's not going to happen this year. I haven't really described what this guy looks like. But he's like blue. Kind of looks like a fish, like a blue fish. Well, he's downstairs, like looking around, being all nosy. Sees these guys in carbonite, and here comes the Mandalorian right behind him. And grabs him and puts him in a carbonite freezer, and freezes him as well. And so then he hangs up the blue fish guy. Like I said, they have not mentioned his name. So now he's frozen in carbonite. Did you catch them all? So shortly after that, they go ahead and land, and where the Mandalorian lands. And, then he walks into this, looks like a cantina or a restaurant or something, and there's a Carl Withers character. I can't remember what they're calling him. So this is interesting. The bounties that the Mandalorian has. It appears like he is selling the Mandalorian selling the keys to the carbonite to defreeze these guys. That's what he uses in exchange to get his payment or whatever. So you cannot unfreeze these people unless you have a carbonite key or whatever it is. So then I guess Carl Withers looks like he plays some sort of guy that seeks out the bounty hunters and gives them the bounty jobs and all that. Seems like that is his role, and he also exchanges the payments. Seems like the Mandalorian wants to get another bounty job, and Carl Weathers is like, no. There's only one job I can give you, but it does not have a bounty puck with it. I've yet to really know exactly what these bounty pucks do, but it seems pretty interesting. We'll figure it out. Anyways, Mandalorian leaves, and we get a lot of older stuff from like the original. You get like those little walking trash can robots, and the eyeball that pops out. That the same thing that happened at Jabba the Hutt's place. The little eyeball thing. Mandalorian goes to this place and walks in. There's stormtroopers everywhere. This is Dr. Pershing. He starts talking to this guy. So it seems like the currency they're exchanging is something called Beskar. It's some sort of looks like a rare metal. So this guy seems like he works for the Empire, and he is seems to be trying to contract out the Mandalorian to find somebody, and they're being like very secretive about the identity and all that. So I have a feeling it's going to play into something of importance later. But yeah, then we see him. He ends up leaving, starting his bounty or whatever. And when he walks by, you actually see those little that little gremlin looking thing that was right next to Jabba. I don't really know his name, but they're like barbecuing one, and yeah, it's pretty funny. And then the Mandalorian walks down into some underground place, and you see other Mandalorians down there. So this isn't just one Mandalorian. It seems like there's a couple more. So he brings that Beskar metal to this female Mandalorian. And it seems like she melts it down and begins to make but she forges a shoulder pad for the Mandalorian. Didn't even notice I didn't have one, but she used that metal just to forge a shoulder thing for his shoulder. Not a shoulder pad. I mean, shoulder armor, obviously. But it's interesting because it's made out of this special Beskar metal. I'm wondering where they're going with that. Why they made it seem so important. But during the forging period, you see flashbacks. The Mandalorian's having flashbacks. Looks like of when he's a kid. I believe, or it could be something else. Could just be, a throw off. But that seems like there was some sort of a war when he was a kid. So now we see the Mandalorian. He goes to some rocky planet, and he gets attacked by some sort of that's kind of weird. Kind of looks like a hippo. just some sort of weird creature. And then it gets shot by with some tranquilizers by some little hobbit-looking guy. So it appears that those little creatures I was talking about, they're called blurgs, and a lot of people ride them, I guess. But this little hobbit guy is trying to train a Mandalorian to ride this thing called the blurg. I don't know if it's kind of hard to describe. It's kind of weird looking creature. Somewhere between like a frog that hasn't fully developed and like some rhino looking or hippo or some crap. I don't know. I'm gonna say the creative idea of these creatures that they got is pretty good. It's kind of like throws back to the original Star Wars. I'm really liking it so far. Like the animation that they have, like when they're like riding them and all this stuff, it kind of looks like, like that kind of weird, cheesy way that they did in like the 80s, like how the CGI kind of moved, or they actually use like puppets. So this kind of looks like puppet-ish, but CGI also kind of has that weird movement. You'll know what I'm talking about when you see it. So it seems like they're making Mandalorians out to be kind of rare, like Jedis, because shortly after the Mandalorian learns to ride this thing, they come to where the bounty's at, and the guys, they go and part ways. And he says, "I've only heard about Mandalorians, I've never seen one or met one." So, and that's not the person who went in and said something like that. That general or whatever he was that works for the Empire said something similar. So then we come up to the part where we see the bounty droid. Can't remember what they're calling him. So you go to see this bounty droid, and Mandalorian's kind of like freaking out because like, damn it, it's a bounty droid. And then we get that scene from the trailer where he's shooting, the droid's shooting all the people. Same scene. So Mandalorian goes and approaches this robot, and then they go ahead and he gets shot by the robot, and then they go ahead and I guess appear to team up on this bounty and split it. And it's pretty funny. The robot agrees because Mandalorian's like, crap, all right, so you want to just split it? And the robot's like, okay, that seems fair. But the robot's like, but I want credit for the bounty. So anyways, it's him and this robot are going into this stronghold, and taking out all these guys, and it appears like the robot's like, well, we're not gonna make it, I need to self-destruct. And he's like, don't self-destruct. And the robot's like, well, I can't be caught, so I need to self-destruct. So then they're not gonna make it. And this guy comes in with like this super turret, and starts shooting them up. This laser turret, and well, they end up they end up taking the guy out, and the Mandalorian takes over the turret and goes ahead and shoots all the rest of the guys. Now, I tell you what, like I really like this this team up here. I really like this robot. Can't remember his name again. And I really like to team up with the Mandalorian. The chemistry there is kind of, it works. So that at this point there's a twist, big twist actually. They finally approach the person that they have to get the bounty, and spoiler, if you do not want to be spoiled here, this is your last warning right here. It's a baby, okay, and the baby, it's not just any average baby. Instead, it's a Yoda, or whatever. I can't remember Yoda's species. It's like a baby Yoda, and then that's it. That's the end. Well, that's not quite the end, but the robot's wanting to kill the baby because it's part of the order, and the Mandalorian's like, no, let's take it in alive, and the robot actually, or that the Mandalorian actually like shoots the robot because the robot's trying to kill the baby Yoda, and that's it. That is the rest of the show. I can't wait till I think Friday's the next episode, and after that it'll be every Friday. So yeah, I'm very, very excited for this, especially when I saw that baby Yoda at the end. It's so cute, so cute. I've never seen like a cute Yoda, you know what I mean? It's kind of weird. Alright guys, that's it. Like, comment, rate, subscribe, all that good stuff. And catch you guys on Friday.